Imagine growing up in a family where fame already existed, where expectations were high, where comparisons were unavoidable, and where many people assumed your success would simply be handed to you. Now, imagine proving them wrong, building your own career, creating your own identity, and becoming one of the most recognized faces in global fashion. Today, Bella Hadid is considered one of the most influential models of her generation. But her journey to the top was far more complicated than most people realize. This is the story of Bella Hadid. Before the runways, before magazine covers, before luxury campaigns, before becoming a global fashion icon, Bella Hadid lived a life that looked very different. Growing up, fashion wasn't the center of her world. She had other interests, other dreams, and a vision of a future that looked nothing like the one she would eventually build. At the time, very few people could have predicted what was coming, because the fashion industry is one of the most competitive industries on earth. Thousands dream, very few succeed, and Bella was about to discover just how difficult that journey could be. But before fashion came calling, life had other plans, a different dream. Long before runways and photo shoots, Bella's focus was elsewhere. She loved horses. She spent years developing her riding skills. In fact, many believed her future could involve professional equestrian competition. That dream meant everything to her. But life rarely follows the script we write for ourselves. Unexpected challenges forced her to rethink her future. And suddenly, a completely different path began appearing. A path that would eventually lead to global recognition. Entering the fashion world. Entering fashion is difficult. Staying there is even harder. When Bella began pursuing modeling opportunities, she faced a unique challenge. People already knew her family name, and with that recognition came assumptions. Some critics questioned whether she could succeed on her own. Others viewed her as simply another celebrity daughter entering the industry. But Bella understood something important. Attention can open a door. Only performance keeps it open. And she was determined to prove she belonged. Then came the moment that changed everything, the breakthrough. As Bella continued working, the industry started paying attention. Runway appearances increased. Fashion campaigns followed. Luxury brands took notice. Photographers wanted to work with her. Designers wanted her on their shows. Suddenly, Bella wasn't being discussed because of her family. She was being discussed because of her work. And that distinction changed everything. The more she appeared, the more undeniable her presence became. Fashion had found one of its new stars, building her own legacy. Many models experience success. Few become cultural icons. Bella's influence continued expanding beyond the runway. Magazine covers, luxury campaigns, global recognition, social media influence, international attention. Year after year, her profile grew larger. And with every achievement, she moved further away from comparisons. Because she wasn't borrowing someone else's legacy. She was building her own. But behind the success was a reality most people never saw. The struggles behind the spotlight. Fame often looks glamorous from a distance. But every public figure faces challenges. Pressure, expectations, criticism, constant visibility. For Bella, navigating those realities became part of the journey. Yet many people admired her willingness to be open about personal struggles and difficult experiences. Because authenticity creates connection. And in a world obsessed with perfection, honesty often stands out the most. Bella Hadid today. Today, Bella Hadid stands among the most influential models in modern fashion. She has worked with major luxury brands, appeared on countless magazine covers, walked prestigious runways around the world, and inspired millions of aspiring models. Yet perhaps the most impressive part of her story isn't the fame. It's the fact that she transformed expectations into motivation, criticism into fuel, and opportunity into lasting success. Bella Hadid's journey reminds us that success is about more than talent. It's about resilience, determination, growth, and the courage to create your own path. From a young woman searching for direction to one of the most recognizable faces in fashion, her story continues inspiring people around the world. Because in the end, the greatest achievement isn't becoming famous. It's becoming the person you were meant to be. If you enjoyed discovering Bella Hadid's incredible journey, subscribe to Model Archives for more documentaries about supermodels, fashion icons, influencers, and rising stars. And tell us in the comments, do you think Bella Hadid is one of the most influential models of her generation? We'll see you in the next story.